We'd like to welcome all of you here. We hope you're having a good time. Now, folks, the show you're going to see this evening gets hyped an awful lot everywhere that we go as alligator wrestling. But in reality, our gators don't know a lot about wrestling. In fact, if we give the alligator the chance, he usually turns around, he runs off in the other direction. This holds true with most alligators, whether they're born in the wild or whether they're raised in captivity. Our show began over 30 years ago, believe it or not, as a simple public awareness program. We would take the alligators and other types of animals to schools throughout Florida to try to help educate school kids about their environment. So it's grown into a little show. We hope you enjoy it. If you're an animal lover like we are, you'll be happy to know that no harm comes to the alligators throughout the course of our show. Now, Bert and I get a chance to do a lot of travel. As you can imagine, we get asked a bunch of questions about alligators. But it seems that the biggest concern everybody has, especially with people who live down here in Florida where we got alligators running around everywhere, is why do they attack us? What makes an alligator attack somebody?
Really?
Over the last few years here in Florida, we've had about 20 alligator attacks. Unfortunately, 9 of those attacks have recently been fatal. There's usually 1 of 3 reasons that will cause an alligator to attack somebody. I'm going to briefly explain them to you, and then Bert's getting in the water. The first reason is when we have a female gator that has a nest of eggs or babies, she's real protective as a parent. She'll guard her family with her life. She'll aggressively attack anything or anybody that gets close to her nest or her little baby alligators. The second reason is the male of the species, just like this one. When they reach about 8 foot or larger, they tend to become very territorial. We call these gators territorial bull alligators. And what this means is pretty simple. The alligator claims a little body of water as his territory. He's going to defend that territory against all the other alligators. Or for that matter, anything else that's stupid enough to get in there with him. The third reason is the most dangerous. Here in Florida, we got alligators all over the place. In fact, experts estimate that at last count, we have well over 1 million wild alligators living amongst us down here. They occupy all of our lakes and ponds. Basically, every single fresh body of water in this state is home to an alligator. For those of you that live around here on a lake or a river, you know just what I'm talking about. It's very common that you wake up in the morning, you open the back door to your house, walk outside, and in your backyard, you might see a big 9-foot alligator laying there sunning himself right on your property. This happens all the time. But the danger lies not in the fact that we have so many, but people will try to feed them. Anytime we feed a wild alligator, we teach that animal not to be afraid of us. In essence, by feeding them, we create a more dangerous animal. That's why it's illegal to feed them. If you get caught doing so, you could be placed in jail or at least heavily fined. And of course, that's for our protection as well as the protection of our alligators. Well, that's it, folks. Those are your 3 basic reasons as to why they attack us. Other than that, believe it or not, alligators are shy, and they usually leave people alone if we just choose to leave them alone. But now we come to my favorite part of the show. Get in here. That's where I get to send my little dummy into the whoops, my little buddy into the water. His job in just a few minutes, everybody, is going to be to catch that alligator and bring him up on this stage where you guys can see him real good. So if you don't mind, how about giving Bert a nice big round of applause for he's going to try it for you this evening, huh? Yeah, Bert, we got a great crowd, huh? Yeah, we like to get his applause up front in case he don't make it. Hey folks, the alligator we have with us today is not a real big one. He's about 8 feet long, probably weighs around 200 pounds. Now, I say he's not real big, that's because they get a lot bigger. They get about 14 feet long. They can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They get real big. But for educational purposes, and I'm sure Bert's going to agree, this gator's going to work out just fine. Right, Bert? Also, Bert's carrying with him this little pole. Now, folks, the pole is never used to hurt that alligator. It's only used to help guide him, test his reflexes. See how fast he is. Alligators are reptiles. That makes them cold-blooded animals. What this means is they can't regulate their body temperature like you and I can. When it gets cold outside, the alligator's metabolism drops. He gets sluggish, slow. He can't move around much. In fact, the colder he gets, the slower he moves. You see a real cold alligator, it'll look like he's moving around in slow motion. Once the temperature changes, it starts to get hot out, then the opposite happens. He gets faster, he's more active, he's harder to work with. The pole basically tells Bert how fast he is throughout the course of our show. All right, Bert, go find out. He's going to get a little bit closer to our gator. Now, you're going to notice a little bit of a personality change start to occur as he gets near him. You might hear the alligator start to hiss a little bit. Hissing sound coming from the alligator is air being pushed through his nose. One of the few sounds that they actually create. The posturing changes, his tail will cock to one side. Again, that hissing sound is simply a warning. He's telling Bert to stay back. He doesn't want to get too close to him. No, you don't. Hey, incidentally, folks, if you live around here on a lake or a river and you wake up one morning, you look outside, you got a real big alligator in your backyard, and you don't want him in your backyard, here's what you do to get rid of him. Show him, Bert. No! Do that, man. You get everybody in trouble. Bugs are protected. You can't shoot them. Here's what you want to do. You want to sneak up behind the alligator real quiet like.
Or you call the authorities, let them do it. Call the gator boys. I mean, I wouldn't be doing that.
And when you get close to him, behind the alligator, Bert. And when you get close enough, you want to reach down and you want to grab the alligator by the tail, just like that. Now, once you got the gator by the tail, you drag the alligator to your neighbor's house. You drop him off over there.
Whoa!
I'm just joking, folks. Alligators are real agile. You grab him by the tail, he'll turn around and can bite you in the hand or even as high up as your elbow. Very quick, very agile. The lateral or side-to-side motion that the alligator is showing you, that's his fastest move. Folks, that's how he catches all of his food. See, he doesn't run after anything. He sneaks up to whatever he wants to eat, and when he gets close to it, he'll strike at it from the side. And that side-to-side strike is normally fast enough that they can catch fish. You never want to approach one from the side. That's just a bad place to be. We've all been misled, though, as to how fast they run. They don't run as fast as you may have been told. There's a lot of myths out there about how they outrun horses and things. They don't run that fast. And in fact, folks, a couple of weeks ago when it was real hot outside, we clocked our gator. He was only running 13 miles an hour. And then we clocked Bert. He was running 14 miles an hour. In the water, though, it's different. We can't outswim them. They can reach speeds in the water of about 25 miles an hour. They use that big, powerful tail that they have. That tail pushes them through the water at that high rate of speed. Speaking of speed, Bert's going to show you how the jaws work. And to do this, he's going to get real close to the alligator's mouth. And when he does, a little bit closer, Bert. And when he does, the gator should automatically open his mouth up in self-defense, like that. Bert can take the pole that he's got.
Like Granddaddy.
He can take the pole that he's got. He can pass it inside the alligator's mouth, and nothing happens. Well, that's because the gator can't see the pole. Look where his eyes are. They're up on top of his head. He can't see inside his own mouth. He didn't know the pole was in there. He had no idea. But if even a drop of water were to fall off the pole and touch the inside of the alligator's mouth, I promise you we'll get a different reaction. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, now watch closely, because Bert is now going to stick his hand inside that gator's mouth. Come on, man, the crowd's getting bigger. Hey, how about it, everybody? You want to see Bert stick his hand in the alligator's mouth, don't you? Yeah! Me too. Come on, man, you can do this, Bert. You can do it, man. You can, and don't act like that. Don't act like that. Here's what's going on, everybody. Last week, Bert and I, we were up in New York, right? We were performing up there. We were in this big building. They had it real hot in there. And he went to stick his hand inside the alligator's mouth. He almost got bit, and nobody clapped. Hurt Bert's feelings real bad. He said he wasn't going to do it no more. I'm going to tell you what, Bert, we're not in New York no more, right? We're down here at home in Florida. And I bet you if you stick your hand in that alligator's mouth, these folks will give you a nice big round of applause. Right, everybody? What do you say, Bert? Oh, you talked him into it, folks. Not only is Bert going to stick his hand in the alligator's mouth, but in order to demonstrate how the jaws work, he's going to go one step further for you. He's going to reach his hand in there, and with his bare fingers, he's going to touch the inside of the alligator's mouth.
No.
Now, please remain as quiet as possible. The alligator has to hold real still. Obviously, this is extremely dangerous, so Bert, take your
There's a
time.
helicopter's flying over us.
Yeah, right?
No, man, that's not what you promise these kids. You got to stick your hand in there, touch the inside of the mouth, and then get your hand out.
Come over here.
No,
One more time.
It's all right. I'm just
You
saying.
can stand in front of me and get a really good view.
All these kids are rooting for you, Bert.
But then when they move to the other side, it's still going to be in my way then.
Oh my God.
How about it, folks? He did it for you. Is that
Bird, yay, bird. That's all his fingers.
Hey, well, that proves two things, everybody. Number one, obviously the alligator can't see inside his own mouth. And number two, Bert ain't too bright. From here, Bert's going to try to catch the alligator for you, folks. He's got a couple of ways he can go about doing this. One way would be going to the front of the gator, try to grab a hold of him by his mouth, try to hang on to the alligator's jaws while he thrashes around or he rolls over and he tries to bite him. Another way would be to sneak up behind the gator, hop on his back, and grab him around the neck. Now, either way is just as dangerous. He'll use whatever technique he's comfortable with to try to keep out in the center. And hey, there's the back technique. How about it, everybody? Give him a nice big round of applause. Now, that's the 8 foot long, 200-pound gator. Give him some encouragement, everybody. Let him hear you.
Oh my God.
Hold on. How about it, folks? Give him a nice big round of applause. That's how you do it. And the next time you guys see an alligator crossing the road, now you know how to do it too. You got it. From here, we can show you a little bit more about the gator. Bert's going to point out a few features for you, help you understand a little bit better how they work. Now, if you can see this well, right in the very front of the alligator's snout, where Bert's going to point, there are two little openings up there. That's the alligator's nose, and that's where he gets his air from. He is an air breather, just like you and I, and that means that when he's underwater, just like you and I, he's holding his breath. The difference is, he can stay underwater, he can hold his breath for several hours. But sooner or later, he's got to come up for fresh air. The eyes of the alligator sit high on top of his head. This helps the animal sneak up to his prey while the rest of the body remains completely underwater, unseen. You hardly even see the alligator coming after you. All you see is little eyeballs sticking up out of the water. If in danger, though, watch this. The eyes of the gator will sink right down into the skull for their protection. Just like that. After the danger passes, they pop back up into place, and the alligator will go about his business. Right behind.
He's touching his eyeball.
Right.
He's touching the top behind his eyeball.
Right behind the eyes is a very small brain. The alligator's got one just like it. Hard blowing the head to kill that alligator. On the side of the brain is his ears. They're located underneath the little flap of skin. Now you can lift that skin up and look down inside of his ear. He's got excellent hearing. They use their hearing when they hunt. They cruise the rivers at night. They listen for anything that gets close to the water. In the daytime, we usually find the gator sunning himself on the side of a river. If you see one eating, you might find him eating water birds, maybe even turtles. In fact, folks, with over 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch enclosed in his mouth, he's got no problem cracking turtle shells. And to give you an idea of what the jaws look like on the inside, Bert's going to get him to open his mouth up for you. Now, if he succeeds, you're going to get a rare look at the inside of an alligator's jaws. We'd like for you to look into the back. We'd like for you to look into the back of his throat. You're going to notice that in the back, there is no throat opening. Instead, there's a small half-moon shaped check valve all the way in the back of his mouth. Point to it, Bert.
Point to it, Bert.
That enables the gator to bite when he's underwater without drowning. You also see his teeth. He's got 80 of them, 40 on the top and 40 on the bottom. They're all sharp and pointed. They're not blunt. Blunt teeth are for chewing. They don't chew their food. Everything he eats, he swallows whole. He gets something too big to swallow, he'll bite it and he'll start thrashing around, or he rolls over and over until he rips a piece off small enough to swallow. How about a nice big round of applause for Bert, huh? He's doing good, isn't he? Folks, all kidding aside, you boys and girls out here tonight especially, and you kids, we try to come out and have some fun, and at the same time, we want to educate you a little bit about alligators, right? But if you ever get a chance to see one, and you get close to them, or you try to do what Bert's doing, you're placing yourself in a lot of danger. Alligators are very dangerous animals, and they're very quick to defend themselves. So if you ever get a chance to see one, please stay away from them. Bert's been working with alligators for most of his life now. He knows exactly what he's doing, yet every once in a while he will slip up and he gets bit. Now, he's been very fortunate throughout the course of his career to have never been really seriously hurt. An alligator this size can easily rip someone's arm or leg completely off of their body. In fact, if you haven't noticed, I do carry with me at all times while he works with a gator a loaded pistol. And we get a lot of questions about this gun. For our animal lovers, though, we'll reassure you the gun is only to be used in case of an extreme emergency. And that is if the alligator were to somehow get away from Bert, turn around and bite him, but it just won't let him go. It'd be very unfortunate, and I'm sure everybody would understand. But I would have to shoot Bert. I need a small child to come in here to help us out with the next part of our show. Boys and girls, raise your hands up real high. Come on, you kids, raise your hands up real high. We need to get someone to come in here to help us. Something about bite size. Ooh, right size. Somebody little. Get them up, kids. He's like a little bit too small. Get them all up, boys and girls. How about that little girl right there? You want to come in here now? Hey, wait, Hart, hey, sweetie, have you seen our show yet? You ever seen? You want to come and help us out? All right, here's what I want you to do. All right, I want you to come right through the ropes. Come through the ropes. I want you to run over here to this side, over here to this gate. And everybody, please give this brave little girl a nice big round of applause, huh? Come on. We got one, Bert. Come on up here.
Oh my God, they're gonna feed the alligator.
We're gonna feed the gators.
Yep.
We got one.
Ooh. You're a pretty little girl. What a shame. Stand right here.
What do you think?
Nice socks. Bert's got a pair just like that. How are you doing?
Good.
No, you ain't. What's your name?
Kalia.
What is it?
Kalia.
Everybody give Kalia a nice big round of applause if you don't mind. She's going to help us out. All right, thank you. You having fun out here at the fair?
Yeah.
You all right? What's your favorite part?
Everything.
You like it all, huh? Who are you out here with?
My mom, dad, and brother.
All right, where's your mom and dad at? Hey, folks, how you doing? You guys having a good night? Good. I got a little insurance question for you. No, I have to ask you this. Can I borrow your daughter for the show? Is it? Well, that was quick.
They're like, yeah, take her.
What, you got like 2 or 3 kids? You didn't need this
spare.
one?
We got a little boy right next to him. Like, you got a spare?
Hey, Mom's got her camera on you, right, Kalia? We're going to give Mom a nice picture, okay? You're up on stage, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to stand real big and tall, look at your mom, give her a nice big smile. Get it ready, ma'am. Give her a nice big wave. Wave at Mom. Say bye-bye. You didn't get that, did you? Hey, you're awful brave, you know that? You're brave for coming in here, especially since we got an alligator in here. Are you always this brave?
Yeah.
Oh, you are, huh? Well, good. Tonight's your lucky night. You're going to get a chance to show everybody out here just how brave you really are. You think you can do that?
Yeah.
Good. Hey, by the way, Kalia, did you see Bert running around in there and
not
jump
shy
on
at all.
that alligator? What'd you think about that?
Cool.
It was kind of cool, huh? Did you like it? Hey, what about when he stuck his hand inside the alligator's mouth? What'd you think about that part?
He's crazy.
As you say, crazy.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Well, good. I'm glad you liked it. You're doing it too.
Yes, we saw it. Yeah.
That's a strong kid right there. That's a joke, all right? We wouldn't do that to you. You know that, right? We'd never do that, would we, Bert? Of course not, all right? What I want you to do, is a lot easier. Kalia, you and I are going to go around to the back of that alligator, okay? We want you to pet him, and then we want you to tell everybody else out here tonight what he feels like. You think you can do that? Okay, that's a lot easier, right? Now look, I said we're going around to the backside. We are. Because in the front side, there's teeth. All right, we're gonna go around the back. There's no teeth in the back, but we've got nothing to worry about. We've got Bert. Bert's gonna hold the alligator's jaws real good and tight. He's not gonna let him go. We're gonna be completely safe. He's a professional. All right, let's go around. Professional idiot.
Professional idiot.
Get ready. He likes to goof around. Are you in school?
Yes.
You are, aren't you? What grade are you in?
6.
You're in the 6th grade? That's the same grade Bert's in. Are you doing good in school?
Yes.
Well, that's fantastic. Are you left-handed or are you right-handed?
Left.
You're left-handed? This hand? She's a lefty. You're right with this hand? You eat with this hand? That's your favorite hand? She's a
Inside the
lefty.
alligator.
When you pet our gator, you use this hand, all right? You don't need this hand, do you?
No.
Oh, she don't need it.
We got the right one, Bert. Come on, Kalia. I'm going to get his tail first, all right? Sometimes he likes to swing around, so hold tight. Hold him, Bert. All right? All right, Kalia, I want you to step over here, all right? Now stay
So
standing
far
up.
he's called her Leah.
But I want you to reach down and pet him on the
She
back,
said
okay?
Aaliyah.
Right on the back. On the hand! Pet him real good. All right, now stand up and tell everybody what he feels like. No, don't wipe it on your clothes. Oh, girl, that's gross. What did that feel like?
Rough.
Rough and bumpy, that's right. The back of the gator, folks, has got these bony plates all over it. They're called scutes. Scutes absorb heat and help the alligator to regulate its body temperature. You're doing fantastic, all right? But reach down here and touch him on the side. Now tell everybody what that feels like. You got that stuff in your hands again.
She pulls a
You
tissue
know what to
out.
do with it. Good girl. Leave her alone, man. I like her. The side, she said, I don't know if you can hear her, smooth, very soft. It's not at all like what you might think it feels like. Very soft and pliable. That's what the alligator was hunted for until near extinction back in the 60s. So what do you think about all this?
Pretty cool.
It is, isn't it? You gonna go home and tell all your friends you came out to the fair and you got to pet a big alligator?
Yes.
All right. You think they're gonna believe you?
Yeah.
No, they're not. You're gonna need some proof. Well, guess what? We got just the proof you need. Look back there. Do you see that camera? We're gonna take your picture out here with this big alligator. You get to take the picture home and show it to everybody,
Have
okay?
your photo
Here's
taken
what
with
you gotta
alligator.
do.
$10. You know he wants it. You know he does.
I want you to step
Look
over
at his
the
little
alligator's
chicken with the
back.
gator.
Look at his face.
Step over his tail.
Why not? You can pet it.
All right, good girl. All right, I want you to get a little bit closer to Bert. Get a little bit closer. Get,
Poor gator's like, what the
I know he
hell?
stinks, honey, but he ain't gonna hurt you. All right, Kalia, I want you to do me a big favor. Very carefully and very gently, I want you to sit down right on the back of the alligator. All the way down. How about it, everybody? Give her a nice big round of applause. She's awful brave, isn't she? Not Don't worry about it. He got it. Kalia, you got your good spot?
Yes.
Are you ready for your picture?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Bert, go get that camera. That was a joke, okay? Was it funny?
No.
Hey, we can't send Bert to get that camera, can we?
No.
No. You know why, right?
He doesn't know how to work it.
That was the answer. Look at him laughing. I think that was the answer.
I'll go get it. Kalia, what are you doing? Hold still. Whatever you do, don't make Bert mad. Kalia, are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Let's see a big smile. All right, Bert, are you ready? All right, Bert, you know the deal. On the count of 3, let go of the gator. Everybody give her a nice big round of applause, huh? Come on. We can't scare you. We're going to print that picture out and give it to you, all right? Did you have fun?
Yes.
Oh, great. That'll be $14.50. Everybody give Kalia a nice big round of applause. She's awful brave, huh? Take a bow. All right. You stay here. We're not done with you, all right? We still got to feed him from here, folks. Bert's going to take the big gator, put him back in the water. We got something else to show everybody. Hey, there's a big Florida smile for everybody. And the tricky part, how about it, folks? He worked hard for you, huh? Give him a nice big round of applause. Good job. Hey, we got something else for everybody. We got something special for you, okay? Now you stand right here with Bert. I'm gonna go get it out.
Baby gator. Probably a little baby.
Oh, there's a little baby gator. Look at the baby. Oh.
Here's my gator. Woohoo! Hey, everybody, here's a little baby alligator. His name is Willie. That's short for Willie Bite. Yep. There you go. Willie's about 2 feet long. He's about 2.5 years old. For those of you, especially all you boys and girls who've never had a chance to hold or touch a real live alligator, you're in luck. We're going to band little Willie's mouth, give you a chance to come up on stage, hold the baby gator, and get your picture taken with him like Kalia is getting ready to do. If you want a photo, though, boys and girls, be sure to check with Mom and Dad first, right? Folks are $10. If they say it's okay, we'd like for you to line up over here on this side of the stage. We'll bring you up. We'll let you hold them. We'll snap the shot and hold them. Now, we got something else to
I'm
show
not
you.
paying $10 for the joke. No.
Hold him? You want to hold him?
Nope, that's not real. That
Check
is
this out.
Albino.
It's not albino.
Oh my god.
You don't see this every day. Here's another American alligator, folks. He's a little bit different. He's white,
he's pretty.
and that's because he's an albino. We're very fortunate to have an albino alligator. There are less than 100 of them in the world. Less than 100 exist. We're very lucky to have it. If you want,
What do you do?
Here, put the alligator, give him the finger.
that is so inappropriate. We're very fortunate. We're going to band his mouth so you have your choice as to which gator you get to hold in your picture. Parents, if you got more than one child, you can put them all together in the same shot. Again, the photos are only $10. We'll get started as soon as Bert puts away the big alligator. And on behalf of our brave little volunteer and the Central Florida Fair, folks, thank you for coming out tonight. We hope you enjoyed the show, and you guys enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks, everybody.